Hello Pioneers, welcome back to another episode in our Satisfactory series. Last episode we designed a scalable factory layout for iron products and began ramping up our production volumes. This episode we clean up our copper production and integrate it into our main factory, consolidating special buildings near the space elevator and setting up a shopping hub for better material management. Let's dive in. Now with our iron factory remade and moved over into this new factory design pattern, it's time to do the same treatment to copper. Unfortunately, copper is a little bit more annoying in that the things are everywhere on my map. Are the nodes and the map in this game fixed, or is it actually random? Because at the moment, my copper is scattered really far away. We've got one copper here, which we're taking, another copper back there, and then one copper all the way over there. So we need to maybe bring this copper and this copper together. So let's go check out where this copper is relative to the other one, and this one is on the other side and it's 600 meters away. Damn. Okay, they're all gonna come in through different directions, I guess then. Is it down there somewhere? It's all the way over there on the other side. Damn. Alright, it's a little bit far away, but we can bring it over. Fortunately, because it's only a singular copper node, we can just use a tier 1 belt. Now we can always overclock it if we want to get more copper, but for now it should be okay. Hello, hog. It just yeeted itself off the edge there. Is it dead? No, it's not dead. It's perfectly fine. What the heck? Alright, we need to get across to the other side and then bring the copper over. I'm just trying to figure out whether I want to do a big bridge across, or whether I just want to bring it over. We also need to decide where we want to do the copper. So let's set up our smelter first. I guess since the copper's on this side, we'll do the copper factory on this side. Sorry, lizard doggo. You're going to have to move in the name of progress. Let's zoop ourselves a bunch of foundation this way. This will be part of the walkway. Then again, we've got a little bit of a hill problem over here. So we might need to elevate our copper a little bit. I don't really like that, but it's kind of fine. I don't think we can ever build, well, unless we do massive amounts of pre-planning, it's very hard to build everything kind of perfectly aligned on one level, unless I just start my factory on this level, and then we don't have to worry about the terrain. But it's fine. It'll be an organic looking factory. It's not going to be all perfectly aligned and everything. So we'll do it here. This will be the floor of our copper factory. Even that is a little bit sketch. We might as well align the floors. We can just start our copper factory here. That way we don't have to worry about the terrain and we can build plenty this way. And it also gives me the ability to put a ramp somewhere. So this will be a nice place for a door, I guess. Zoop that down to here. That kind of makes sense to me. What do you guys think? This will be the start of our copper factory. Let's put some walls in to mark that. We need those door things over here. Probably connect it there. We need to connect it there, but there's a thing in the way. Run out of concrete again. I've also just been loading up stuff randomly. For example, these copper wires. I've just been loading them up to unlock stuff while we have some extra materials. I guess we can unlock this thing while we're waiting. We only need 100 of these. It's a bit of a waste at the moment, and we don't really need this rod thing, but whatever. We got a new equipment. Let's see if we can build it.
The Xeno Basher is a direct upgrade from the Xeno Zapper.
We need this modular frame
the engineer that first
and 2 Xeno Zappers. Okay.
The zapper
But we don't have the modular frame yet. We can build one. We only need 5.
While also electrocuting them. Unquote. It is beneficial during encounters with aggressive fauna and has been tested thoroughly. The engineer's noble sacrifice for Xeno research will not be forgotten, whoever they were.
Need another Xeno Zapper, and then we should be able to build the Xeno Basher. Do I have to unequip this? How do I unequip this? Alright, let's craft our new Xeno Basher. That seems like a cool direct upgrade for our melee weapon. Oh, I've got an extra hand slot now. Sweet. That means I can put my chainsaw in. Not that I need my chainsaw, but we can put our object scanner in here, I guess. I think our chainsaws become a little bit useless now, so we can try and kind of chuck it in here. Free up ourselves an inventory slot. Anyway, we've got our concrete. Let's keep building the floor of our new factory section. I wonder now that I have the Xeno Basher whether I can kill this thing. Should we try? Oh, it runs away. Poor thing. I'm not going to kill it. That seems mean. It's just a poor little herbivore. It's not hurting anybody. Alright, let's fill in this factory floor. This is our catwalk area. We can use our catwalks to fill in this section. I think 4 is the sort of half floor, right? Like this. Wonder if we can put some railings somewhere. That'd be cool. If we do something like this. I can't fit it here because that'll just cover this whole area. So we'll just do a railing there. And yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. Now let's fill in the rest of this floor. Now I kind of want to build my copper factory to size. And I was thinking about it between last episode and this episode. And I'm thinking that we should just build all of this stuff to Mark II specifications. Sorry, this lookout, if you're wondering why there's a lookout tower here, I put a lookout tower to do screenshots for the videos. It wasn't doing anything special. Don't worry, I'm not cheating between episodes. So what I was thinking is, for example, if I want to do my smelters here, let's chuck some smelters down. We'll placeholder for 4 copper smelters, which is a full Mark II belt of copper. And we'll build to the specifications of our Mark II belts for now, because it doesn't look like we're going to unlock Mark III belts for a really, really long time. So we'll center the smelter along a tile like this. Yep, that's perfect. And then if I leave a space here, we can do another row of smelters along this factory one day when we need to double it up. But I think for now, this is reasonably expandable. So we can do like 2, 3, and 4. Just like that, these are going to be our 4 copper smelters. But obviously we only have the belts to support 1 at the moment, unless I find some more slugs. And then we'll have 1 tile of space on the edge so that it's not just super cramped. Yeah, that works out nicely, I think. Put up some walls to denote the end of the factory for now. Remember, these walls are just decorative for now. They don't function. One day I'll seal it all up, but I don't want to use up all my concrete at the moment. As you can see, I barely have enough concrete to do everything as it is. It's just for a little bit of organization right now. Now let's get the roof up. There we go. The other thing we can think about doing to explore sort of a new design pattern is, do we need to have everything, just thinking, do we need to have everything, like all the splitters and stuff on the floor? Because we can do like a subfloor sort of design as well. Like for example, under here is like a subfloor of our factory, right? So maybe we can put all the splitters down there. Let me try that. So instead of, so with these 4, instead of being these, maybe we can use catwalks. Got to try different design things, right? Something like this. Kind of looks a bit weird, but it'll make sense in a second. You can use Mark 1 conveyor lifts for this section because you only need Mark 1 to get to the throughput for one of these things. And we can extend it by 1 and do something like this. What do you guys think of this? Will this work? Now everything is in the subfloor. We need to get splitters on the end of these. Is this a thing? Why is the splitter there? What? What if I put a belt first? I can't just put a belt in midair. But it does let me put a splitter there. What does that even mean? Is that a thing? Is that working? Can I then now put a belt through this? Like to the next splitter? That's very interesting. I need to bring the copper over to test this theory. Now I believe the copper was over there on the other side. The other thing I wanted to test was, are these catwalks a little bit better than ramps? Are they more space efficient? Because I don't like how far the ramps are. We can do a catwalk ramp. Are they like kind of smaller, or these stairs or whatever? Snap to a foundation. Alright, so they need to be snapped to a foundation. So if I put one, like say, aligned to the world grid, like this, can I then do catwalk stuff? Catwalk shenanigans. Yeah, we can. That's cool. I think I like these stairs a little bit better. Maybe. It's a bit too high. Can Can we snap it to this now? That seems to work. And that takes us straight to our copper. Let's test out our new Xeno pole. Ow. It kind of whacks faster and does way more damage. I like it. Alright, let's build our miner. Doesn't matter which way we face it, we just need to get it over that direction. Like, face it this way maybe. Can use Mark 1 belt for this. Oh. Where should we grab it to? Maybe we'll do it here, and then we can put a foundation going down. Something like that. We've done this miner like 5 times now, but it's alright. Use these foundations to stay reasonably organized. Now we can go down and in theory build a lift down. This can all still be Mark 1. Oh wow, I didn't center it, but I don't really care. Like that. And then we can just belt it back to base. And again, I don't really care about this stuff because it's not part of my factory as far as I'm concerned. They'll probably give us a better way of transporting these materials one day anyway, so all of this is going to get deconstructed. But for now, as long as it reaches my base, I'm happy. I'm going to just bring it in like this. Then we'll put a placeholder conveyor lift like that. And then hopefully we can somehow belt it over. Ah, amazing, we can. Do something like that. Now we can use these other things that we've never used before. These stackable conveyor poles to sort of do stuff. That way we can follow this same belt back. Let's put one, say, here. Doesn't like that. Now I need this to go on the top of the stackable conveyor pole. And then they kind of merge together. It's a bit messy at the moment, but I don't really care. Now, where are my conveyor poles? I don't even see. I want to kind of build it on where the actual conveyor pole is. It's between here and here. There it is. Can I put it onto this pole? Not really. I'm going to have to just guesstimate where they are. I can't stack it onto this existing conveyor pole, unfortunately. That's another design pattern we've learned now. If we want to use these stackable conveyor poles, we need to properly set things up beforehand on the ground level. Now we got 2 machines doing iron plates. We should have plenty to work with whenever we run out. We'll grab all of them. Yeah, cool. It connects to the stackable conveyor pole, so we'll just build a couple wherever. How does the turning work? Something like that, I guess. Belt is too long. A little bit janky. What have I done? It doesn't like this. Why is this belt too long? Is there meant to be another... Ah, there's a conveyor pole here. I'm silly. Connected that one. Now we need to turn it. Super not aligned, but whatever. I'm sure we'll redo all these belt designs one day very soon, but we're pretty much here. We just need to turn it out this way. Like that. Now we've got to see if this actually transports the copper. So we need power. Oh, this is annoying. You can't go through this. How do I get through this now then? I basically built myself a wall that I can't get through. Oh, you can kind of go through them. Bit janky. Can I crouch under this or anything? Nope. This could be a problem in the future, but that's a problem for future Ellen to worry about. Alright, I need to split this power pole out and bring it over to our copper area. Okay, there's only one mine over here. There was a lot of work to set up one singular mine, but I believe it is working now. Wait for it to bring out some copper just to confirm. Alright, well, copper is definitely coming out of here. Let's go see if that cursed merger design that we made is actually working. While we're waiting, I was just gonna grab some more materials that we're producing, like concrete. We're gonna need a lot of it. I'm not gonna shove the 500 concrete into this next milestone, but we can shove some of these copper wires. Now we need to do modular frames as well for basic steel production. Yeah, I don't think this thing works, does it? Please don't tell me it works, because I actually don't want this to work. Because it feels super cursed. It's still red, that means it's not getting anything. Oh, no, it's working, isn't it? Is it just this? What is it missing? There's no power. Oh my lord. This thing works, doesn't it? It definitely works. Get some flashlights so I can see what I'm doing over here. Let's get that power in. Is there a button I can press to continue building the same thing? Like daisy chain it without having to do that? Right, that's that power through. How do I get this power connected to our old power system? The old power system is connected there, which is a little bit cursed. That is definitely not lined up with that. Did I put this in the wrong spot? No, we can just connect it like this. That's fine for now. We've still got to figure out a good pattern for all the power and stuff. But at the moment... Oh man, this thing works, doesn't it? It works, yeah. Now, just because we can do something, it doesn't necessarily mean we should do something, but we're going to leave it at 1 for now because that's all this thing can technically support. Now we can start looking at getting this factory making actual copper. Do we want it to go up or do we want it to go to the side? It's a good question. If we go up, then everything's just going to be really tall, right? In that case, let's figure out a design for the output as well. Do some fun stuff, right? Test different designs, see what we like. That's the only way we're going to figure out, like, what we actually like. So we take this into the ceiling. And then we slap mergers on them. Which way do we want it to go? This way? Yeah, we can go that way. Oh god, this is so cursed. They look so wacky like this. In theory, that should merge across the ceiling and then come out this way. So then this thing needs a wall thing, but then this is not aligned to the center of the grid. What if I do a 3 warhole? Maybe it's aligned to one of the 3 warholes or the 2 warholes. What I mean by that is, let's try the triple conveyor warhole and see if that is lined up. It's got to be lined up. No, it's not the triple. Let's try the double warhole then. Because these warholes are all in slightly different spots when they're like double or triple. It's technically not lined up either. It's like a little bit jank. Well, if it's not lined up, you might as well just be a single warhole then. It means if I do want this belt to be straight, which I don't really care about that much, I need it to... Why does it look like the conveyor belt's going the wrong way? No, it's going the right way. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if I need that to work, then I need to position this like 1 tile out, which I can't be bothered moving right now. But this looks kind of alright. We've got the stuff coming from underneath, and then it comes up and then goes up there. Right? It's kind of cool. I kind of like it, and I also kind of hate it. I don't really know. We need a way of getting upstairs again, and we can do a similar design pattern to what we did before. But we need to go up. Let's see if we can do a better design pattern for going upwards as well. So if we put some stairs over here, like say the door, there's going to be like a door over here. Do you reckon we have enough tickets to buy the doors? Do we want doors? Let's have a look at what doors look like. We've got a bunch of reinforced iron plate now. We can always turn that into more tickets if we need to. We've only got 1 coupon. Well, we don't even have 1 coupon. We need to make some coupons. How much does it actually cost, this door thing? Door walls. It only costs 2 tickets. Okay. Let's just make 2 tickets then. We'll just dump some of our... Oh, it feels bad, but let's just dump some of our reinforced iron plate in there. 100 should do. I might have forgotten to hit record for a bit, but basically we've set up the top 2 floors of our copper factory. You've seen me do it all before. There was nothing special or new design patterns in there. We were just figuring out some design patterns, but we'll just go through it real quick. Essentially, we've got the smelted copper coming up this conveyor lift from the 1st floor up to the 2nd floor. We've got these machines over here that are turning it into copper wire. These 2 machines are turning it into copper sheet. Then we're going to send the copper wire via these splitters through this conveyor wall, and that's sending it up to the 3rd floor. And on the 3rd floor, we've just got a singular machine that's doing the copper wire. And apologies for not recording any of that, but yeah, I built that all in the last 10 minutes, I guess. It's nothing special. All the power's done the same standard way that we've been doing it. I've just done 1 singular machine to do the cables at the moment because I don't think we need that much throughput, but we got plenty of extra factory space to work with, and our factory is coming along and starting to look like a real factory now. With that done, we've tested a bunch of design patterns, so we can soon decide what we like the most, but we can start cleaning up some of our copper stuff. So we've got our copper factory going off over here. We've got our iron factory going off over here. We can start worrying about throughput and things like that and start dismantling some of the crap in our old factory, such as this jump pad. But most importantly, all of this copper stuff we don't need anymore because we're making it in our new copper factory. How is this copper mine getting its power? It's over through that side, right? Now, I need to bring the copper over there somehow. Now, I can route it around the back. Figure out the most sort of direct option to bring that copper, because there's a copper mine right here, right? I guess I could just route it through this area, because all of this is about to be moved, right? Okay, before we do that, let's move all of this stuff now. Because we kind of have an idea of where our central factory is going to be, we can start thinking about where we might want to put like a shopping mall where all the completed items are going to go. And if our factory is here, we got to figure out how and where we want to route that. Because our space elevator is over here. So do we want to do most of our work near our space elevator? I think we do. And the iron stuff is over here. So I'm just trying to think, where is the most logical place where I sort of want to chill and have all of my things? Maybe just to the side, this side of the space elevator, maybe? I mean, the configure space elevator thing is here, so we might as well do our base just behind it. The inputs for the space elevator are on the left and the right, which is perfectly the way I want it. So I guess we'll just do it here then. Let's zoop some more foundation this way. What do you hate about this? Missing materials. Oh, we're out of concrete again. All right, let me go grab some concrete. We should also have our concrete buffering, because I don't think I'm going to move my concrete factory anytime soon. Like, I'm not going to build an entire factory just for concrete, right? It doesn't make any sense to me, I guess. One day there might be more concrete related products, then we'll integrate it into our factory. But for now, concrete can just be stored in this box. And I do want tons and tons of concrete. I don't want it just to cap out at 500. So I'm just going to build some more foundation this way and see how far I can get before I hit the end of the terrain. And then we can decide where we want to put the hub and all that fun stuff. Looks like the end of the terrain is here. So we can probably put like a fence up or like a cat. Can we use a catwalk as a fence sort of thing? Let's have a look. It doesn't like this because I'm out of plate. All right, that's not a problem because we've got plate right here. Trying to learn how to navigate through my own factory at the moment. I don't know where anything is. It's nice to be able to just grab 400 plate at any given point in time whenever we run out. We also need to make this a little bit wider because our rocket platform kind of goes over here. So we need to have another row over here as well. Maybe we'll do that. Our factory won't be fully lined up perfectly, but that's fine. I like the organic nature of the factory. Not everything needs to be a perfect boxy grid. I actually don't like everything to be a perfectly uniform boxy grid. I know that probably sounds like an excuse, but yeah, it's true. Not everything needs to be a perfectly uniform boxy grid. I mean, technically that's our walkway. It's just that there's a little bit of leaves there. Let's see if we can just do it one further back because we don't really like the look of that, right? We actually didn't build anything underneath the floor. Clever. So we can do something like this, I guess. And we can see if we can fit the hub and stuff over here. Let's give it a go. I'm just going to build a temporary storage box over here because I know there's a bunch of stuff in my hub that's not going to fit in my bags right now. I'm just going to store everything and then we'll go grab my hub. We can also take the awesome sink and stuff like that because we don't really need it anymore. We don't want to put it here anyway. We'll put everything over like consolidated somewhere. Get rid of this equipment workshop, get rid of the MAM, and we'll build it all over the other side. So I guess this is now the central entrance to my factory, I guess. And my factory is now here next to the space elevator. This should be enough. It visually looks like it's enough room to build our hubs and special buildings. Yeah, definitely big enough. We just need to figure out which way to orient it. We'll orient it relative to this thing. So ideally, we'd like the hub to be like this, but it's clipping against the back. Is that okay? It says it's clipping against the back. Let's see what's actually clipping. Nothing's clipping in the back. Stop complaining, you whinger. There's plenty of room over here. Oh, it's clipping onto the catwalk. I see what you mean. That's fine. That looks perfectly fine. There's plenty of room to work in the middle. Get away from me, Christmas gift. Xmas gift. Sorry.
A baby could have found this.
What? Okay, Ada, thanks for that. Just randomly insult me for no reason. I deserve that, sure. Now we need to figure out where we want to put our MAM and stuff. So I guess we can just line it all up. Doesn't Or we can put it at the end of this stuff, I guess. Like this way. That lined up. Kind of. Maybe like one tile to the left. There we go. Do we want to line it up like that? Is that a bit annoying? Like then we can put, I mean, our equipment workshop on the other side. Crafting bench is the same as the thing in my hub, right? But we can put the equipment workshop like this on the other side. We definitely don't need the 2 burners on the end of the hub. I guess this is okay. What do you guys think? We've got our little new hub over here all set up, and it's right next to the space elevator, so everything's nice and close together when we want to do central control things. Now we just need a place for the awesome sink, and I think the awesome sink should be located near wherever we want all our items. So, where is that going to be is the big question. What's underneath here? Is there space vertically underneath? I guess that's where our smelters were. I guess we can build it on top, like a little shopping mall directly above all this area. It kind of makes sense to me. How tall do we need to build that if we want to do something like that? Let me test. I don't think we can build it above. It wouldn't make sense because this thing needs to shoot upwards, right? So the top needs to be clear. So where should I build all my storage boxes is the question now. We can do it underneath. We only need 1 layer, or let's see how far this can go down and then where we can build the floor for this. I don't like that. What we can do is on this side of this thing, if we build some stairways up, we can do another level, I guess. Let's try that. Maybe that works better. All right, let's put a foundation here. Why won't you let me put a foundation at the end of this thing? It doesn't like that. Might need to scaffold a bit. Is this a thing you guys think? Let's try. No harm in trying stuff. What am I out of? Nothing. Concrete again? So it's over here. We gotta get a stairway going up again. That's perfect. I think that's perfect. And then our hub can go over here. Yeah, that worked out nicely. Let's grab all our building materials. Where do I put them? Now, how big does our shopping mall need to be is another question. Well, I guess it's just going to go to the end of where it hits some more terrain, which is, I guess, here. So we can build ourselves... It's going to come up here. Basically, we just need storage containers. They're not that big, so we can build them like this, I guess. Give a little bit of room. We'll start it here, I guess. That looks okay. Get it overhanging a little bit. And you can stack storage containers on top of one another. I'm pretty sure I can access the second level one. Yeah, I should be able to, right? Let me just test that theory. Yeah, it's easy enough to access the second level storage containers. So it'll be something like that. So let's test what the belt logistics might look like to get this stored. So I need to bring a belt of stuff over here. Now, what stuff do I want to store? Probably one of every single item, maybe. So for example, over here, we're making iron plate, right? We don't just want the iron plate to go nowhere. We want the iron plate, well, it's going to be used somewhere, but additionally to being used, we also want to output the iron plate somewhere to be stored into a box so we can keep making it, so we're not limited by like the 200 iron plate in here. I guess let's just try some stuff. I like the pattern of putting things into the ceiling like this. Check a merger on here. These should probably be Mark II belts, and then we get it out the wall. Okay, this one seems to magically line up perfectly to here, so we can just use that. And now that it's out the wall though, how do we get it from here out into our box? And then later also maybe split it somewhere else? Oh, that's a difficult question. I guess we'll worry about that when the time comes. Can I attach a splitter to the end of here somehow? I can't build a splitter against the wall, which is kind of annoying. Well, I guess we'll worry about it when the time comes. Let's just try to figure out a design pattern to run this belt now over to our thing over there. So it's coming out of this wall hole and it needs to kind of follow a path to get to here. Oh, this is complicated. We need to do this as a sort of pattern because there's going to be multiple belts that feed through here, right? So let's just try putting a series of foundations that go this way first, and then we can figure out how to get it all connected properly. So we need to get it from now this wall up and over to here. Okay, that doesn't sound too complicated. So theoretically, if I just put one here, it's all going to be a little bit bespoke for now until I figure out more patterns. But basically, we want to get it up there. Okay, that makes sense. I might just put a ladder over here. Make it easier to deal with. I need to get into my factory somehow. Alright, so that's where it's coming out now. Then it needs to go into here as well. So if I use a single wall hole, we probably want a triple wall hole here, right? Because we might have like multiple things that come out here. But essentially we want a belt that goes like that. For now. And that'll get the iron plates out. I feel like I'm starting to build spaghetti, but that's okay. You have to build spaghetti before you untangle it. Why is all this yellow? Doesn't like it for some reason. And there we have our first item being stored into our central hub area. I hope it works. I have no idea what I'm doing. Kind of looks like a factory to me. Alright, let's try storing something else like iron rods. So iron rods will be an interesting learning pattern because the iron rods don't... Oh, I need another ladder over here. The iron rods are currently being used for something and then they need to be stored. So maybe we should do it from the end of the iron rod belt. So like it's basically storing the excess. It goes into the machines to be consumed first, then any excess is stored. And we probably will change that design pattern for this as well. So iron rods are currently being used to make screws over here, but we can see that because the screws are full, the iron rods are backed up and therefore they need to be going into storage. And our storage is over there. So we can do something like this. Does that work? Then that can go along here, and that's our second item out. Yeah, I guess. Yes, no, terrible idea. Good idea, bad idea, I don't know. Only one way to tell, which is by storing everything. Now we also need this to go upwards as well at some point. Do we use a lift to do that? Thinking. What we really need this to do is go above, up here. Let's see what the cleanest way to do that is. Maybe we need a conveyor lift. Sorry, a stackable conveyor pole. Now, how can you go into the stackable conveyor pole in the cleanest way possible? Doesn't look that clean, but I guess. This is as good as I can do for now. So we'll do one here. And then kind of just turn straight in. Is that possible? Let's have a look. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't mind that. And then does that just turn straight in here? It does, but I'm just missing some reinforced iron plate. Alright, cool. Should have done all this using Mark 1 belts because there's quite a lot of belting. And this is all proof of concept stuff. So yeah, probably should have done everything in Mark 1 belt. Oops. But we've got plenty of iron. Well, not plenty. We've got 180, which is going to run out very quickly. But we'll start doing the next section in Mark 1 belt. But apparently it can just go in like this without another stackable pole. Alright, now we've got 2 items stored. Is this an extensible pattern? I don't know if this is a good idea or not. But it is what it is now. We're committed. So let's go get our screws out as well. Because our screws are just kind of chilling over here right now. Not that we need the screws in a box at the moment, so I don't know. But we'll do it anyway. Let me do all this in Mark 1 though, because I'm running out of Mark 2 ingredients. I'm scared to do the screws because then I'm going to have a whole box full of screws and I don't know what to do with them. Maybe I won't do the screws for now. Let's just do... Because I don't see any of the hub items requiring screws. They just kind of need rods and things like that and more advanced materials as well as concrete and copper. So let's do the copper now. We need a design pattern, a similar design pattern on the other side for the copper based items. I want to put it to the edge like that. I think it goes there. And that's all lined up. Fantastic. Ah, the height is a little bit wrong. Really, this should be 1 tile higher to stop this from splitting out like that. But that's fine. Look, I feel like this is still not the correct design pattern. So we'll leave it as that for now. Who knew the storage part of this would be the hard part to do? The factory design is actually easy. It's bringing it into some sort of storage that's actually difficult. Here we go. Now that takes us into our copper factory. And we should be able to store stuff, or bring stuff out here. We don't need the ingots. We just need the other things. So let's figure out how we can do that. Let me put some stairs over here to get up easily. So here is our copper sheets. We do want to bring those out. So let me bring them up. We can kind of bring them up through the roof and then they can come down. What I mean by that is if I put down a wall, we can do a wall like there and there. Well, not really. Then we can use conveyor lifts to bring them down. And we should be able to bring 3 things down, right? Something like this. And then the second one can go like here and then stack onto the belt. And then the third one can just come down as well. But we have a stairway here at the moment just for temporary usage. But we only have 2 things to bring out here for now. Oh, we have cables as well. So we've got to bring the cables over too. All right, fantastic. Let's see if we can get that going. So we need to get them all out there. So we need conveyor lifts to take this up to the top. We need mergers to bring them all together. We need to belt them over here, and then it needs to go out the wall. So like that. Then we need to do a similar thing for this, but we're going to do it the same style as before, where we're going to let it go through the cable machine first, and then we'll take it out from the cable machine. So we'll do it from above here. So here's the output for this. It can line up to this section. Yes. We lift it up now. Should be able to get it out there. And then this thing needs to come out as well. I feel like this is reasonably easy to extend later on. I'm not 100% sure. It's definitely not going to let me just direct belt that out. Oh, well, apparently it does let me direct belt that out. That doesn't make sense. We need to get that one going out this hole. Then this doesn't make sense. This needs to be now out the central hole. That is not the central hole. Can we hologram this? If I hologram that, can then I move this thing? Oh, I can. Perfect. I say clever like I'm patting myself on the back like I figured something out. Alright. That's that. That's 2 things out. Now we can get rid of this stuff. Now we've got 3 things out to go into 3 boxes. This first thing is here. I guess these 2 can just align as one thing then. Can it do that though? I'm not convinced it can do that. Let's just try it. Why is this going through the bloody thing? Go to the end. So if we bring this one down, we can get rid of these stupid stairs. Bring that down. Now, how do I bring this down? Can I just do like a one thing in midair? No, I can't. Let's just do this first until something makes sense. Where's our second thing? Is this copper wire. So we want to put like sort of a hole here somewhere. Now we know we need to... Oh, it's stackable. So you just put 2 there. We skip a level to keep things in the right line. And then we do another 2. So ideally, we want to put 1 that comes down here. Let me figure out a clever way to do this. Just building some scaffolding. So I got 2 things coming out of here and I want to stack them all together. So I need to get this sort of coming out a little bit. Like, let's do 1 tile's worth. Like that. That's straight, right? Then in theory, I should be able to conveyor lift it down. Let's get rid of this for now. I have no idea where to conveyor lift it down. Ow, that really hurt. So if it's 1 tile out here, let's just do it here then. 1, 2. We basically want to conveyor lift it like this. And then it goes here. That works. Nice. Now we can get rid of this thing. We don't need it. And we can get rid of this pole as well. That's still connected, right? Yup. Now this thing needs to also come out. But that one can just come straight down to somewhere. Because I don't know where yet. But it needs to be like sort of 2 levels up here, I guess. And then it can go in here. I don't know if that's level or anything, but now I've got my 3 things. So I just need to build conveyor lifts wherever this stuff goes. So like here, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll bring this over in to maybe the first one can just go here. Apparently we don't need any more conveyor lifts. The logistics of this looks terrible. I don't know if this looks good, guys. What do you guys think? Am I over-engineering this? Is this terrible? Is this a good idea or is this a horrible idea? Should I have built everything a little bit closer? I don't know. It doesn't like this for some reason. Do I need like another conveyor lift thing over here somewhere? Let's just build another one here. Ah, this is reversed. That's fine. But that's fine. We can put one here. We want it to go down here though. Maybe the bottom one should just go down here. And then the second one can go in here. And then the third one can go somewhere janky. That way they don't intercept each other, I think is the way to go. I'm out of iron plate, but our iron plate should be being stored over here now. Yep, we got plenty of iron plate to grab now. Alright, so we're on the third level now. We need to bring it back either to the second or the first level. Like that. And I assume when I build more factories, I should build the new factories this away and then bring all the materials from this side into the central hub. I don't know how many materials I have or whether that's even possible, but that's something for future Alan to figure out and solve logistically. But for now, we have a lot of our basic materials being stored into these boxes, which is fantastic because we need these basic materials to finish some of our milestones now for basic steel production. The last thing that we kind of need to build is the fix-it thing. So I guess for now, we'll just build it right in the middle. So we need to build an awesome sink. That's the big thing. This thing needs power, really? Out of everything that needs power, I don't even have power on this side of the world. The awesome sink doesn't actually need to be interacted with. I can put it anywhere. We'll just put it in the center for now because I have no idea where to put it. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm out of pipe. But I have pipe being stored here somewhere, right? There we go. Look at that. Nice and easy to grab stuff now to build with. For now, I'm just going to put my sink over here. We'll use a Mark II belt. There we go. Our awesome sink is online again. There's a big storage thing in the middle of this thing, which is not too cool, but whatever. We'll move this at some point. Now we can put our awesome shop somewhere else because our awesome sink and our awesome shop don't really need to be together. Does this thing need power? I don't think this thing needs power. We can put our awesome shop right here. Yeah, we can buy stuff from the awesome shop without power. That's fine. But we have to go upstairs to print the tickets out of the awesome sink, I think. Wait, where does the tickets get printed? Is it this? Yeah, it is over here. So we need power over here as well. Where can we do power? Where is our closest point of actual power from our system? It's over here, I think. Guess we'll just do a power pole then. For now, I guess. Because we don't really have any walls or anything here yet, so... Alright, we'll just do a power pole for now. It'll be a temporary thing until we can figure something out. And we're done skis. We've moved all of our basic stuff over to this side of the world, and now it's all being stored and sorted properly into storage chests, a little hub for us to shop at. Now, I think there was a little trick that you can do where you just put one thing sticking out here and it'll tell you what's actually inside the chest. That way you don't forget. That's gonna need a pole though. Can I make a pole and then just get rid of the pole? That's kind of cheating. Yeah, I can. Now we got cables up here. Fantastic. Yeah, that's really cool. And we got plates and rods stored up over here. Great. Now we've got all our shopping hub done. We can kind of go and start building our more advanced materials. Let's see what else we can dismantle from the old area. We probably want to set up the limestone thing as well, just to get everything consolidated, because I don't want to run to the other side of the world to grab concrete every time, but that's fine. Next episode, we're going to start working on reinforced iron plate again, now that we have our factory sorted out. So we've got that to look forward to. We've got to make our reinforced iron plate and our rotors again. But yeah, we can grab a lot of concrete now. Fantastic. This is the only thing on this side of the world that needs to be moved now, but most of our factory has now been moved into this ginormous building over here. So we can definitely start expanding on this infrastructure now. Our factory certainly has grown real quick, real fast. And now that we've cleared out the middle area, we can also hook up this copper vein over to this side because we can clear this out. But I think I'll do that next episode when I clear out this area, because once I clear out this factory and rebuild our reinforced iron plates somewhere over there, then this area will be cleared. Then I can hook up this iron into our new factory, and the copper can then just follow the iron back this way. I think that's a good idea. All right, so we'll leave it at that for this episode. We've done a lot. We've finished up our copper factory and we've created our storage solution pattern that we're going to use for the time being. Next episode, we're going to continue to clean up and rebuild our capabilities, and then we can start moving on and building new stuff. That sounds like a plan to me. All right, we'll leave it here for now. If you've enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.